pretty proud of the way we fought. You look back at where we were after, the first, I don't know, 6 weeks of the season. I don't think anybody expected us to make it this far. It hurts that we came up short, but a lot of positive things. I can't help but think of, what could have been if we just cleaned up a bit of the stuff we went through at the start of the season. But a lot to be proud of, and we just have to, we have to take, the highs coming into next year for sure.
When someone comes up to you this summer and says, "Tell me about Bruce Boudreau, the coach," what are you going to tell them?
Bruce was awesome. The thing I think I love most about Bruce is he's very easy to talk to. Just when you're sitting with him in the dressing room. He's very very approachable, very personable, and he was awesome when he came in, and it showed the way the guys played, and the way we played for him. It was tough not to get him his milestone tonight, but I'm sure it'll come pretty quick starting next season.
How did he help you guys find your belief? You guys were in a pretty tough spot when he arrived. One thing you found out pretty quick, the first week or two, everyone's feeling each other out, but you find out pretty quick that Bruce is, a pretty positive person. Even if, we went through a couple of lulls, still very positive within the dressing room, and kept guys upbeat. And, I think the way we played as a group just kind of, shows what we think of him. I thought the group played really hard for him, and it's a testament to what he did when he came in.
Seemed, when this team left the same building 2 years ago, sky's the limit, right? After that breakthrough, and then we saw what happened. There's obviously going to be some decisions that have to be made this summer. What makes you hopeful about next season?
The way the second half of the year went here, you take a look at the team stats. We proved we were a really good hockey team. Where we got in trouble was the start of the year. Specifically, the PK. It's tough. It's tough when you think about that. 2 or 3 games you clean up the PK, we might be a playoff team this year. So it's tough, but the way things went and the way the team really came together. The last 2-3 months of the year, it's very encouraging, and we just have to remember that feeling, because we don't want to come in next year and have the start we did this year. So a lot to be encouraged about going into the off season. It's not the result we wanted, but makes you more hungry coming into next season.
I know you've had a few days to think about not being in the playoffs now, but is there any part of you that when you think of like all the wins you guys had the last 4 months, some of the individual achievements, Miller, Quinn, Thatcher, is any part of you in disbelief? How are we not in the playoffs after all this?
Yeah, part of you for sure. It really goes back to, it really makes you sick. I'm thinking about some of the things that what could have been if we just cleaned some things up at the start of the year. It's a fine line. It's a close league. The teams at the bottom of the standings are not that far away from the teams at the top every year, and it may seem like that sometimes, but it's not as far off as people think. And it's a matter of very little things that make or break a season, make or break a playoff team to a non-playoff team. And I don't think we should forget that feeling. I don't think we should forget why we didn't make it. I think we can learn from it coming into next season. But last 3 months of the year, even longer probably. A lot of positive to take from it too.
You arrived here at the same time as JT. How has he evolved? We see the 99 points, but it's clear there's more value than just the points. How have you seen him evolve over the time that he's been here?
A lot of ways, not just on the ice. Millsy and I got pretty close pretty quick, and he's evolved a lot within the dressing room. He's turned into a big time leader for our group, and he shows it in the way he plays and the way he battles. But he's a voice in the dressing room, a big voice, and he had a tremendous year. He was our driver the whole year up front, and he's a great teammate to have, and he just seems like he's getting better and better.
He said a month or two ago, like, he's always been a vocal guy. He knows that being vocal can be sort of a two-way street. You have to be careful, essentially. How's that progressed? Is that kind of what you mean there in terms of him emerging as a leader? He's not just a guy that maybe yells anymore, but he's a guy that talks with impact.
I think he was always good. Millsy's an emotional, he cares a lot. He shows a lot of his emotion. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and it's a quality that makes him who he is on the ice. What makes him so great. So, I don't think it was bad before at all. I think just in general, our whole group came together, this year, probably more than, the whole time I've been a Canuck. And, Millsy's a big part of that, big voice in the room. And, I think I've seen a lot of guys evolve that way, allowing that to happen to bring everyone together.
Just last one for me, but you picked coming here 3 years ago. How's the 3 years progressed for you? I imagine you have won the Stanley Cup and played, 75 playoff games, and but.
Oh, I've loved my time here. It's been strange. The first year, obviously COVID hit. It was a game 68. We thought it was going to be a couple weeks. It's a little bit longer than that. Then we jumped into a bubble, and then we jumped into a season that started in January with no fans the whole year in the Canadian division. So it was, my first 2 years were very strange. Still really enjoyed it. Like, I love the guys. I've loved the organization and being a part of it. And this year being the first full year back, it was it was the most fun I've had, as a Canuck, just because we got back to some, normality and a lot of a normal 82 game season. So it was nice to get that feeling back again, and I'm sure it'll continue the way things are changing.